Welcome to Season 4 of Casual Camping Podcast, your home for the best camping discussion both in and out of the field. Here are your hosts, Tim and Ade.
A big welcome back to Season 4. Who'd have heard of that, Tim? Who'd have thought it? Season 4. It's Tim and Ade with this year's Casual Camping Podcast.
Woo, everybody. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Season 4, mofo. Season 4. I can't even count that high.
I mean, like, you know, it's like having a 4-man tent, but only one of you, because we've got too much gear, can fit in there. You know what I mean?
I do. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Ed. It's doesn't it feels ages since we've sat in a Zoom room together and recorded this nonsense. I've proper missed it. I really have.
I've really missed it too. We hope you listeners have missed us also. If you haven't, what are you doing still listening?
They're not listening.
No, but you know the rule. You've got to get 10 other people listening before you can drop out, okay?
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Them's the rules that I've just made up, but they are the rules, okay?
Yes, you're in the cult, but you can only leave the cult if you get 10 more people to sign up. Somebody actually stopped me today at work and went, when is season 4 starting? I was like, well, it's all right. It's in a couple of weeks. So it's like, ooh. But here we are, before you know it. Yes, we are recording this a little bit early because we are trying to be prepared. Who knew that was a thing? That hasn't happened before in the last 3 years.
Tim, if it worked for Top Gear all them years being unscripted, it can work for us.
It's worked for us for 3 years being unscripted. So, you know, why change a habit of a lifetime at this point, everybody?
Well, I did let you into my little secret as I was watching the Emmys last, 2 weeks ago.
Yes, you did.
When I heard that there was an award for podcasts, and I was like, next year, Tim, we're off to the Emmys, you and me. Okay, it might just be that we fly to Los Angeles or wherever it is held. But, you know, there's a possibility. And what, if nothing else, can we dream?
Oh, it's exactly. You know, and that dream will only become a reality if everyone that's listening gets someone else to come and listen to us, and our numbers go up, and our socials go big, and you share what an amazing podcast this is that everybody should be listening to, and then maybe, just maybe, Ade's dream will come true, and we will be Emmy award winning podcasters.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think we're a little bit niche, Tim. I think we're a little bit niche.
You think. Tell me again about that ultra rare camping stove that no one's heard of.
Oh man.
At least we're still laughing. The laughs are back. The laughs are back, everybody.
But, you know, it could happen. I mean, it definitely won't happen, but it could.
It absolutely, definitely, maybe, might not. But it might also. You just never know. You just
never know. I mean, you know, I've seen some of J-Lo's films. You know, I'm not saying they ever got Emmys and stuff, but, you know, she's hoping, isn't she? And now they've entered a category, you know, maybe, Tim, maybe, just maybe, somebody's heard the Casual Camping Podcast, right? And then they've gone, I don't know why we don't do podcasts at this Emmys.
Yeah. Maybe where the inspiration. We have a lot of listeners in North America, you know. We have a lot of listeners out there. Surely someone in the, you know, I don't know what the Emmy world, it's have kind of listened and thought, maybe we could do an award and give it to a good show.
And then they probably went, oh, maybe not a good show. We've heard that Casual Camping podcast.
Oh yeah. So we're not chasing sponsorship this year. We're chasing awards, people. Okay.
Awards.
We need an award.
I mean, obviously the Emmys are the pinnacle, but there are many other awards out there. I have no idea how you actually get nominated for one of those things. I think it's a little bit like the honours system, isn't it? Like somebody has to have a word and pay somebody off.
Yeah. You can't nominate yourself for one of these things. So it's up to you people out there. If you like us enough, then it's up to you to share us with podcast awards. Because by the end of this year, if we haven't got an award, there might not be a season 5.
And you'll be dead to us. Like that bit of kit that failed the last time I went camping. However expensive it was.
Oh God. And the last time you went camping was literally 2 days ago.
2 days ago, back to the beautiful Fire and Stars on a wonderful cold and brisk Saturday with a blue sky. And then it rained overnight and I packed away in the wet, which isn't my favourite thing at all. Anybody that camps, I think, knows that that's not anybody's favourite thing. And yet, I wouldn't forego the night camping. It was great.
Yeah, it's pretty miserable packing away in the wet. But this time of year, your gear's kind of coming back wet anyway, and you've got to dry it all out. It's as long as you've had the dry nights and you've had... your continence is under control.
I was like,
did you say your pads? Are you into pull up?
Like all of a sudden, ooh, I feel a bit damp. I'm a big boy now.
Yeah. You need that pillow of mine with a waterproof cover. We are another year older. By the time this show goes out, between recording and broadcasting, you'll have had a birthday as well, old man.
Oh, I tell you, I think I'm about maybe halfway through my life. Maybe if I get to 110.
With your liver, whoa.
Well, I was thinking about this episode and I was thinking, right, okay, all the things that are going to happen and what we're going to do and which shows we're going to and what terrible illness is Tim going to have.
And we laughed.
No, if I play this back in a year and you've, corped it, Jesus.
Jesus, Ed. My God.
Tim, it's for the laughs and the show. If anybody's going to cork it, it's you. Come on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Sadly, I mean, I look after my body. You abuse yours something terrible, and you're the healthy one. How the hell did that happen?
I was going to say the jeans, but I wear Raven,
Hey,
But dad jokes.
He's there all week.
But yes, yeah, it was nice to be away.
Yeah, no,
I've been away a couple of times in January. One with yourself.
Yes, yeah, we had a monster trip, really, didn't we? We promised ourselves we would chase the snow this winter and try and get some camping in the snow, and the weather obliged, and we got our asses out on the road, and we travelled all the way up north to Edale, didn't we, into the Peak District to make sure that we got proper snow and we could do some walking, and it was pretty epic, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was, and well, I mean, the highs and lows of deciding that. So we had decided that we'd go the weekend straight after New Year, you and I.
Yeah.
And then a couple of people said they'd like to come, and then we were like, can we get away with 2? And in the end, we put off the first weekend for the second weekend. And then we got really bad weather. And listening to the weather reports coming in on the radio and the way that it was snowing and your journey home on the Thursday night before
Yeah.
traveling the following morning, it was like, well, this ain't happening, is it? And then to wake up and go, oh, they've got it completely wrong and didn't have any travel problems whatsoever the following day.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm starting to stop listening to the weather reports
Yeah.
in a lot of cases because they seem to over egg it and worry everybody when it wasn't the case. And I know they get it right for 1/10 of, I know that one village in England was snowed in, but it wasn't Edale, and we had a fantastic weekend and a perfect day for the start of the Spine race, which is going across the Pennines. It's an ultra marathon, is it?
Absolutely. It takes them like 5 days to do it. And those people are, you think about athletes, you think about ultra athletes. These are people who are running for 5 days over massive hills in the snow and ice. And it's just like, you're just complete and utter legends. It's just incredible people.
Well, the quote of the weekend really was we did some walks, and I'm sure you've seen it on our socials, but if you haven't, go and check them out. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, there's various things on there. New tents and gear, as well as sort of pictures of us having fun. But we were going up one of the hills, and we were all huffing and puffing. We're fellas of a certain age, but we're out there and we can do it. I was the oldest, and I don't think I held you back that much.
No, you did. You did really well. You did well.
But the quote of the weekend was, we were huffing and puffing going up as this lithe Amazonian woman went running past us, and you said, you think you're doing all right, and then somebody goes running past you, and she turned around and went, well, I'm only jogging, actually. Fell runners are amazing, but to be funny as well.
Yeah, to be
she's the whole package
and funny. Yeah, she was absolutely everything. Bless her. It's I'd forgotten that. Well, I'm only jogging, actually, she said with a smile, and jogged on. Just like,
I went into the distance really quite quickly.
yeah. Her jog was like my sprint.
Super fit individuals. It's how they do that, I do not know. I mean, it just makes me wince because I think, with my ankles, no.
we were like walking around like drunk penguins. It's just like,
I mean, because it had snowed and then it had had some heavy frost, so it was all very icy.
Yeah,
and yet they were like, just going up. And I think it's that thing of just running gets your sort of your balance in a different way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gets your core, and once your core's like solid, your balance is great, isn't it? I mean, I know what you mean about the weather forecast. I all week before it, I was kind of saying to everybody, oh, it's never going to be that bad. It's never going to be that bad. We won't get snow that bad. And then trying to get home that Thursday night, I was like, do you know what? This is actually really quite bad, and it was really quite tricky. And I only just really kind of got home. And got back on the drive, and I found my mate Matt, who was coming with us, and he was supposed to be travelling with me, and he said, I'm not convinced I'm going to get even out of my street. And I said, well, if you can get to me, then I reckon we could give it a go. And then the following morning, he turned up about 9 o'clock, and actually it wasn't that bad. So things had melted a little bit in the morning, and we
it was raining overnight, and I know Birmingham had an awful lot.
Yeah,
but I didn't, and it was brilliant.
It was great. We did do a little bit of recording in the field. We were in my tent. I took the 4-meter bell tent because I was sharing it. I know I'm not a sharer normally, but I was sharing the tent We'd taken the Mars fire, the Winterwell Mars fire, and given that its proper first burn in the field. And we did a little bit of recording. Should we jump to the recording?
Yeah, why not?
We do sound a bit pissed. I apologise. Evening, Ade. Here we are in the field.
It's a winter camp, Tim. It's the casual campers. We might be casual, but we are quite hardy. Welcome.
Welcome to winter camping with Ade and Tim. Here we are in Edale, and it's about -5 at least outside.
At least. I mean, it could be feeling like -10. But we're at the beginning of the Pennine Way, and anybody that hasn't been to Edale needs to come and Newfold Farm. I want to say Newbold, but Newfold.
Newfold Farm. Why is the microphone like smoking? It's like giving off a bit of a. I think it's just really, really cold, isn't it? It is bloody cold, to be honest. Yeah, we're at Newfold Farm. And if you want to come camping here, there are several campsites around here. But to be honest, we recommend Newfold Farm because the facilities are awesome, aren't they?
The facilities are amazing. There is a new shower and toilet block that's got underfloor heating. There are some great fields, and there's a great cafe and people that have your best interests at heart. So a great welcome and coffee.
Yes. So we're currently sat in my foamy Zubel tent, and it's pretty awesome, I have to say. But it's my stuff, so why wouldn't I say that? I've got the Mars fire stove going, which we're keeping it well stoked to keep it nice and warm. You are in a brand new tent, though, aren't you, Ade?
I'm in an airbeam tent. It is a go out.
Poseidon.
Go out. Yeah, Poseidon. But an airbeam tent.
Something.
It's fantastic, is what I think it is. Yeah, really, really good. It's not a breathable cotton tent. So there was a bit of build up with condensation last night, but it was cold and I survived the night. We have had a brilliant day with good weather and lots of laughs, I think.
I think so. Lots of laughs and quite a bit of booze, to be honest, hasn't it, Ed? You and I, we binned off the walk at about 6 miles and went to a pub, and our mates who've got better legs than us and younger legs than us carried on for another 6 miles.
Young'uns that, just could do more than we could. But, I was in the pub. I was happy. Yeah. How about you?
I was happy. They were happy. They were still walking the hills. We were happy. We were in the pub. And it was great. Absolutely brilliant time. And then we all sort of came back to Edale in the end, which is where we are, and had great tea tonight. Then we come back to the tent. We've got a few beers on the go. We've got a bit of music on the go. We've got some silly laughs and jokes. And you know what? We're having a cracking weekend of winter camping, aren't we?
Well, I think so. I think one of the best things, though, is sitting around in the pub with a lot of people of similar ilks, some that have been out on the hills, some that have not, some that were camping, some that were motorhoming, and what a brilliant community of people that just want to chat and go, what are you doing? This is what we're doing. How much laughs did we have with those people in the pub?
Yeah, really nice to hear, actually. And just have a bit of a laugh and a giggle with people going, sharing sort of stories of being a bit cold. And that's what winter camping's all about, actually, when with the community. It's like, yes, you are all, potentially a bit cold at different times, but you light fires, you turn your heaters on, you do this, that, and the other, whatever system you've got, and you warm yourselves up, and it's it's all a bit of a, it's the challenge, isn't it? It's the challenge of keeping warm and how you do it, and it's lovely to kind of laugh and joke and kind of share those stories, generally around a few beers in a pub.
Yeah, definitely. It's the adjustment of, do we get it right every time? I know I don't. I hope to. I know how I should. But there's a lot of variants. There's the weather. There's I've forgotten something. I forgot a lot of things this time.
Forgot a lot of stuff this time, Ed. Yeah. You are Mr. Forgotten today.
Yeah. But we also talk to people about the joys of hot tenting and stuff that they didn't know. And we were sat in a pub where somebody produced a picture of a beautiful tent, and Tom went, "Hey, that's my tent."
yeah. I mean, how cool is that? So we're here with, there's me and Ade here. Also here is Good Time Tom and our mate Matt. And Tom's brought his 4-meter sort of olive green 4-meter bell tent, which is epic looking. Beautiful. And somebody showed him a picture of his own tent and went, "How cool is this tent?" And that, I have to say, that's got to be like the coolest damn thing that ever happens, really. That's got to give you a massive kudos, really. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
It didn't happen to me. It happened to Tom.
Yeah, it didn't happen to me. It happened to Tom.
And I wish it had happened to me. I mean, they knew our tents, but they didn't present a picture of my tent to me. So, well done, Tom. Kudos.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased for you. Might not sound it, but I'm really pleased, okay?
You're now dead to us. So how is your Poseidon tent? Because first time you're using your Air Beam winter tent. How have you got on?
It's awesome. It's really secure, really sturdy. It's quite high, so at one side of it, it's about 180, 190 centimetres. On the back side of it, it's about 140. So the standing room, I've put my tent stove in there. I love the look of it.
It's a great look. I mean, it's a standing room for a shorty like you, and it's a really good look to it. It's a very, very unusual looking tent.
Yeah. There's only a few tie downs, one for each of the legs, and then some guy lines for the things. There's no rope in between. There's no floor. It's got mesh on each of the sides, but the mesh has a separate zip to it. So it's a cheap tent, I think. But considering it's cheap, I really love it. I really, really love it. I think it's really, really nice. So, yeah, I've had a fire in it last night. There was a bit of condensation. There's no vents in the way that you would normally have. So I'd have to leave a window open to stop that condensation, which I'm not prepared to do. But I'm learning. It's a new tent. How many people get a new tent and know what it is exactly that time, first time out of the bag? So, yeah, I'm learning and I'm liking learning with it.
Yeah, no, it's a good looking tent. It's like something that's landed from Mars. It's super futuristic styling. It's jet black. It's a really cool looking tent, I have to say. Really, really like it. It's a shame it hasn't got a sewn-in ground sheet, but to be honest, this time of year it doesn't need it. It's got a genuine snow skirt to it, and we have piled snow on the snow skirt, so there's no draft getting in this place. It's really lovely. It's a very, very, very usable space, and gives you a lot of head height. I'm really quite impressed by it, to be honest. Ed. It looks super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, I like the super coolness. Thank you so much. It's what I liked about it. It looks a little bit different than what we're seeing out on the sites that we go to.
Yeah, there's nothing on this site. I mean, there's not a lot of tents on this site anyway, but there's nothing else that looks like that.
No. And a 3-minute setup, I think.
Yes.
Really, really quick and easy, which is what I wanted to try and test with an airbeam tent. So, yeah.
No, it's cool. I think I took a time lapse of it, and it was like a few seconds of the time lapse, a few minutes in total of real time to pump it up. It took absolutely nothing at all to put it up. So you've got a really great setup there. As I say, I brought the 4 meter bell tent and with the new Mars Fire stove, and we are toasty and warm. We're having some beers, we're having some snacks, and we've done a decent walk today. Whether we've done the whole walk or half the walk, each of us have done what we could do with the legs that we've got in us.
Well, I did more than I thought I was capable.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be really dragging people round, people waiting for me and stuff. That didn't happen, so I'm a little bit more impressed. You all would still have put me to shame, so well done to everybody.
Nah, I couldn't do any more than you, actually, at the moment. I've got a bit of the old plantar fasciitis in me foot, and that's as far as I could have gone without it being a bit of a trouble. And it's about, when you come out to places like this, it's about doing what you can do, doing what you're comfortable with, and doing what you enjoy, and not doing something silly that's beyond your capability, and allowing other people that you're with to go on and do what they're capable of doing. So, I think we've achieved that today, really, in letting a couple of our mates go on and do a massive walk that you and we certainly weren't able to do. Yes, we went to the pub and we had a laugh and a joke and got a bit silly, but then we joined them in another pub and we had a laugh and a joke and got a bit silly with them. So I think all's pretty cool, really.
I wish they were more grateful, Tim. We sound like saintly with that. We've allowed them to walk another 7 miles.
It's in my gift to allow them to walk that far. I didn't have to let them do that.
Is that gif or gift?
But no, we've had a cracking day, haven't we? And we've got another day tomorrow. It's dark outside. It's not late. It is, although it's 11:15, so it's probably getting a little bit late. But it doesn't feel cold in any way, does it?
No. The new Mars Fire from Winnowell was served well last night. Has been brilliant tonight. The amount of light that it gives off, and it looks so different, feels very much like the Mars Lander. My tent stove heated up really quickly, just amazing. So yeah. Winnowell all the way.
Yeah, and we haven't been gifted that. We've been, as you know, we pay for our stuff, so we have purchased that, and it is pretty bloody awesome. So have a look, and let's throw it back to the studio, as they say.
Well, that's just inspired me to open a beer.
Go for it. Sound effect, please. No, I can't hear that at all. Yeah, we can't. We haven't got the money for sound effects. I was expecting like the sound of you opening a can and everything, but no,
No, it didn't do it. Well, that brought back a few memories.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. I mean, that first night, like you say, it was really crisp and clear, wasn't it? And the temperature dropped really, really low. It's like -5, -6, about -10 with the wind chill, and it was bitterly cold at about 3 a.m. I think we all woke up because it had properly dropped, but you kind of get yourself covered up and hunkered down again, and you get back to sleep. It's and that did make it like sheet ice everywhere for our walk. But then it snowed again the second night, didn't it? It wasn't as cold because it was cloudy, and it snowed a little bit again, bit of a dusting everywhere.
Yeah, and that's the thing, So we paid attention, and I think, what's the site that we go to?
Newfold Farm.
Brilliant site, new facilities on there, which were
Yeah.
absolutely top notch, amazing, and they've got a great cafe, which we had a lovely breakfast in on the
Mm.
Sunday morning. But the weather report said it was going to be down to minus 5, 6, or 7 on the Saturday night, so even colder than the first night that we were there. It really wasn't. It was
No.
warmer. It was warmer
Yeah.
there then. So once again, the weather reports let us down. And
I
yeah,
slept right through the second night. Slept
yeah,
straight through, didn't wake me up at all. I was cozy and warm. It was lovely.
yeah. And what I'm saying is, if it's a life or death situation, pay attention to the weather reports because they're better than nothing. But for us, how many times would we have that windy? Oh, everything's gonna be done this weekend, and I was like, I'm going camping, and
Yeah.
it was windy for an hour. And then
Yeah.
that was it. It blew itself out. And I just think the overarching, oh, it's going to be windy everywhere generally isn't true.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really cold. Now, we all had prepared well for that coldness. We had tent stoves, we had double sleeping bag liners. I knew that I wasn't going to die. But yeah, I'm just saying that actually, if you're prepared, sometimes go with the right gear, and then you can sort of know that you're going to survive. So yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I'm not saying just disregard them, but take them with, they can be wrong. And do you have enough things to be able to make it safe for yourself? Do you have
Yeah.
the confidence in what you're taking? So,
Well,
top tip there, Tim, I think.
yeah, I
It's
think
top
that
tip of the
absolutely is.
year.
First top tip of season 4. I actually before we set off, I contacted the site and said, "Is it even? We think we can set off, but can we get into Edale?" And they said you can get in via this road, but not that road. So we just changed the route that we were doing, and it's local knowledge on the ground is an awful lot better than a national weather forecast that
It's brilliant. Yeah.
doesn't really know. And the site were brilliant. They just came back straight away and said, don't come on that road. Well, they actually said, don't come on that road unless you've got a really good 4x4 with winter tires and experience of driving one. And I kind of went, so what's the other road then?
Brilliant. Yeah, it's a cracking site, and we're going there a few times this year, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going back in February, or well, back this month because this is going out in February. We're going there again towards the end of the month. Then we're there again in March. It's but it is a brilliant site, and it's got a great pub, a couple of great pubs just on its doorstep, and walk in for days and days right from the site. So it's
Yeah,
it
it
is a
is the
beautiful
start of
place.
the Pennine Way. Anybody from around the world, it's quite a famous starting point. The spine started from there on that weekend that we were there. There's lots of things out there. You can see stuff on YouTube and stuff about it. But Newfold Farm really upped their game. And you know what? We've said before, well, sometimes the welcome isn't that great. It was
Yeah.
outstanding.
It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. They were really chuffed to see us, and it was great, absolutely brilliant. I mean, what kind of idiots are turning up, and camping in this weather? We are.
We
That
are.
would be us.
We've got a new tent. Can't wait
Yeah.
until the good weather comes.
Oh, you're Poseidon. Poseidon. Does it
Yeah.
sink? It's a funny old name for a tent, isn't it? Naming it after a god of sea god or
Water.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a funny old name for a tent, really, is that? But
Yeah, I think they've just gone for shock horror, nice name, Poseidon, great. I don't know. I think they're a Thai or Japanese company. It was a spur of the moment. I was very envious of one of our listeners, Matt, who had bought my favourite tent of last year, which was the Hollow Wild Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
And that, I think, as an air beam, I've been sort of intrigued by air beams, and he went and bought one, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so jealous! I'm so jealous!" So I kind of got my little kind of spider sense tingling about, "Oh, just have a look at the old AliExpress and see what's on there," and came across that. From a company I didn't know, but I wouldn't expect to know companies on AliExpress anyway. And I'd like that shape, but I've always seen sort of very small, squat ones.
Yeah.
It's like a bunker style tent. They are on the socials, so anybody can see what we've done, or they're even in the casual camping chat, which you can join on Facebook. So there's some pictures and stuff that go on there. We're also on YouTube with some of those as well. So, and I thought it was a great price compared to other airbeam tents that are out there. I mean, the Machu Picchu is, I think, £1,800 when it's. I mean, they do have some offers and stuff, but for the size of tent that it is, that's a decent price. I'm not, but it's beyond, and it wasn't that different than my Snow Peak really large tent that I've got, the Gramberg, which is kind of like a safari type tent.
Yeah.
So yeah, just wanted something that was a really different shape. Came across that. It was £250. Minus, plus you've got to import it and delivery charges. But even with that, I thought it was a bargain price, and I bloody love it. I have to say, Tim,
it's great. It's absolutely brilliant. It went up in seconds. I mean, I was trying to do a time lapse of it, but it's such a short time lapse because literally, half a dozen pumps of your thing, and it was pretty much
starting to, yeah. So I did it this weekend in 3 minutes.
Wow.
3 minutes. And I wasn't even huffing and puffing with the. I thought I'd have to get an electric pump, and they were saying that, like, with an electric pump, it takes like 7 minutes. So I was like, oh, can't be bothered with that. I just want it to be up. So yeah,
Brilliant.
It has a vent for my tent stuff. It is man-made fibers, but it rained an awful lot this weekend, and it really worked. I think when we took it to Edale, the only thing that I was worried about was that I didn't have enough clearance with the top of the stuff. But I've added an extra section, and that took it sort of enough above. So no problems, no sparky burns as yet. And this weekend tried the awning that I also bought with it, which that was £150. So yeah. But
and that awning has
massive.
made it, it's made it huge, hasn't it? I mean, it's made it into a tent that you could stay in for multiple days.
Well, I was thinking that actually where we were all huddled round in your tent, because it just kind of the ramp of it goes up and up. So I think the lowest bit on one side is about 150 going up to 180. So you can stand up in it and move in and out quite easily. But then it goes from 180 to 240.
Wow.
And it's square. So pretty decent. The only thing that wasn't was, I think my stove kept me warm, but it wasn't as hot as your stove in your tent. And I think it's down to that volume. There was more air and a higher kind of pitch. So I think it just, and it was a cold night over the weekend. So but absolutely great. And I think for a if we're camping over the summer and I've got that, and then the weather turns a little bit bad, it's a nice
place for everyone to sit in and have a bit of shelter.
Hey, let's get in this and just bunker down a little bit. So because it's a bunker.
It is.
Hunker down is what I should have said.
So we're talking about stoves. What are your thoughts on the Mars fire from Winterwell? We took that out into Edale to really give us that. So I bought that because my small Nomad View, which is great for the 3 meter bell tent, it just wasn't enough for the 4 meter. There's too much volume for it to really heat. So I wanted something larger, and then of course that came out, which is just a thing of beauty. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the Mars fire?
I absolutely love it. I mean, obviously they call it the Mars fire. It looks like a lunar lander. I know you've named it Winnie, but you know,
Yeah.
just big screens, big heat, and that secondary burn unit that's in there. I'm now envious and thinking, right, what's my next stove? I'm not really, Lily. If you're listening,
She's not listening.
I'm only joking. I've only had it a year and I love it, and I'm not going to sell it for another one. But it does make me think, what could I do? I was driving the other day and somebody, you know, those night storage heaters that the
Yeah,
UK
yeah,
had over
yeah.
where there's
Full of
like big
bricks.
massive bricks inside. And I was thinking, I could do with a couple of them bricks just as a solid mass to heat
Yeah,
up on the top of the fire.
yeah. Thermal mass.
Thermal mass. Put one underneath, one on top. Um, so yeah, I'm going to look out for one of those, just see whether or not that does it, because that's the only thing that I noticed. One from yours, that secondary burn kicks out so much heat,
Yeah.
that literally everything is just going straight up the stove and out. And I could do with something that just had a bit more thermal mass. I know Winterwell do a secondary burn unit. I don't particularly like the add-on stove one. For me, I think aesthetically it doesn't look anywhere near as good as your Mars Fire stove.
And
But Winterwell do some cracking stuff. But
they
yeah, I
do.
just
They do.
don't particularly like the secondary burn thing with Christmas trees on it.
Yeah, yeah. I did have an issue with it. I did have an issue. I think it's amazing. Absolutely brilliant. It burnt so hot. We were all really toasty, and it was
Oh, it was
absolutely
so. I
great.
mean, like we, I mean, we didn't quite strip off, but I was down to my shirt.
I was down to my socks.
Undercrackers.
Wasn't that kind of weekend?
It
Okay.
wasn't that kind of weekend. Oh, just throw your car keys in this one and take off a bit of clothing.
Well, good time Tom was there. Oh man, no, I did have a problem. I've contacted Winterwell for a bit of advice. Really, obviously my 4 meter bell tent has got a sewn in ground sheet.
Yeah.
So and then I have the tent carpets. Then I have you've got like but you're meant to be able to kind of use that by just putting like the heat shield underneath it. But it's not very high. The legs aren't particularly long. I think it's great. You know, it's perfect as it is. I wouldn't want it with longer legs. It would make it too high up. But I've put a piece of board underneath the heat shield and above my tent carpets, and it hasn't just discolored that board. It's actually smoldered away at that board and burnt it quite a lot. So I took a picture of it and sent it to Winterwell and said, I'm not being critical at all. I just want some genuine advice of what you would advise to.
Yeah, what do we do to protect?
Because it literally, if I hadn't put this board in, I'd have lost my ground sheet. You know, I'd have lost the sounding ground sheet and the footprint, and it would have melted it all. There'd have been a massive hole there, and probably set fire to my tent carpet as well. So they've kind of recommended, because I'd said, well, should I get a second heat shield or anything like that? And they said, no, you need some proper heat resistant tiles to put down underneath it if you don't have a ground sheet in. So I'm still kind of looking at what I can do with that. I mean, a lot of those heat proof tiles they're quite brittle. So it's quite a heavy piece of kit to stand on it. The chimney sweep has raised his hand.
Tim, so I mean, building regulations in regards to fires and stoves and clearances and stuff. I would recommend some fibre board or cement board or hardy backer board. So what you've got is something that is flammable that you're putting underneath. You put a big chunk of wood, and that's going to smolder, and possibly you will then get carbon monoxide from something that's burning within your stove.
Yeah.
So replace that with some cement board, which won't burn and will take the heat.
Is it brittle though? Because my worry is
It can be quite brittle, but
Yeah.
you can wrap it in something else, like some other stuff. So it is a bit brittle, is that stuff? But you've got a wooden board which is flammable near something hot. So
I was thinking of keeping the board, putting on one side of it something like what you've said, some other heat resistant material. So I've got the strength of the board, because the Mars fire is really heavy. It's like really heavy. You're not carrying this thing anywhere. If I put that on anything brittle, it'll just break it into pieces, and then there's no point. So I need the strength of like the 9mm ply that's in there. But I need a heat resistant thing on top that will then stop the heat getting through to the wood and through to the floor.
So the other thing which I've thought previously about mine, so I've had the Woodlander stove from Winnowell, which they've got longer legs. Never had that problem of thinking that it's going to burn underneath the fire. If I did, I'd maybe put something underneath that just to deflect a little bit. I've now got the Nomad, which does have shorter legs, and I think they're very similar size legs to what's on the Mars fire, because actually production, you're making one set of legs. You don't make three different legs for three different products, do you?
Although they do like to make about 18 different diameters of chimney pipe, which drives you mad.
Yes. Yeah, there's two things. So do what I've done, get a metal plate, which will act as a deflector underneath it. You could put some little rods crossed between the legs, because you've got like crossover, and then a metal plate, which will then deflect anything. So it'll give space between, which is great.
That's a good idea.
Secondary, you've got the little table that your fire pit sits on, and the Mars fire would sit on that very nice, and that would do the same thing.
Yes, you are correct. Oh,
There's a little thing, because I thought about your little fire pit stand, which is to stop the coals and embers dropping down onto grass and burning, which you're not allowed to do in an awful lot of campsites, but actually have the Mars fire. And I'm not sure about the weight, but it's steel on steel, so once it's there, it should be okay.
I think it would be fine. That's a really good shout. I'm gonna play with that. I'm definitely.
And then if you do that, you bought a half pipe, because you wouldn't need that half pipe because it'd take it up enough.
Yes,
Sorry, have I explained that? We're whittering on about. Tim had to buy an extra flue pipe that was a half because of where his vent and stove jack, or flange as you like to call it.
I love
the position of that in your tent meant that you needed an extra bit of pipe, but you wouldn't need that extra bit of pipe if it was stood on that little table.
Yes, that is absolutely a.
So it's something that you've got. See, I'm an ideas man, Tim. I'm an ideas man.
And you've saved me money. And it's all still on brand, because it's all then branded up still as Winnowell.
Well, which is what we like.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, you've fixed the problem there. You fixed the problem in a really beautiful way. It will still,
Still look cracking.
still
And
look really good.
if you've got any embers, because it's more of an oblong table than a square one, sit the Mars fire towards the back and you've got something that'll catch any embers that come
Oh
out as
man,
well.
yes. Oh man. It's and actually one of the things that I said when I was cooking breakfast the following on the Saturday morning, um, the Nomad's got the arms on it where you can, you're cooking on top of it, and when you've kind of cooked, you just want to keep it warm, or you
Warm,
boil
take it
some
to the
water, also,
side,
you want
yeah.
to put it on one of the racks, and it just keeps it warm. There isn't anything like that on the Mars fire, but actually, if you had that fire table, essentially, you could just sit it in front of it, and
Yeah.
it would stay nice and warm. Ah, Gene, there's a reason I kept you around.
Tim, I'm like a bad smell. You've tried to ditch me in the past. No. And
Like
I
a
will remind
like
you in the future when you try to ditch me. No, remember that table idea I came up with?
yeah,
Every
you might.
10 years, Tim, I've got an idea. Did
Oh
that
God.
come with the fire pit from Winterwell? Or
I
did you
had
buy it
I
separately?
bought it separately, but I bought it all at the same time because I thought it's just a sensible thing to do and give me more versatility of being able to use the fire anywhere. Basically, if I keep it
Yeah,
off
in the
grass,
campfires, yeah.
it's so
Yeah, no, well,
it
I,
makes it then instead of a fire pit, it makes it a barbecue.
yeah, of
And
course.
a lot of sites will allow a barbecue; they won't allow a campfire. So that was my thinking. That was me thunking with that one. I was thunking hard with that one. It's
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how much that is because I think I might need it. I have done what I suggested first of all there, which is put a metal plate with sticks going through your legs, not your legs, the stove's legs.
yeah, you're painting a hell of a scary picture here, Ed.
I really am, you know. But yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
I know what
Sorry,
you're talking about.
listeners, you've invited us back for season 4. You know.
Yeah, you didn't think we'd been practicing while we've been in the off season, did you? Oh God,
Uh,
that table does come in 3 different sizes as well. I seem to remember. So actually, you don't need. Although I've got a larger one. You don't have to have a larger one if you can't fit that in.
right, yeah, and it's got a little lip to it, so uh, that's- yeah. The extra large fire pit is £124. The large size flat fire pit table, sorry, not the pit, the table is £59, and then the medium size is 37. So, yeah, they'd work cracking.
They would.
There is also a very nice charcoal grate with holes in that you'd put in the fire pit, which also would use as a deflector underneath, I think.
Oh, okay, okay,
But
cool.
you could probably just get like a kitchen steel pan or something, you know, square
Square
for
pan.
doing your roasties or your Yorkshires, you know. Get that underneath. You know,
Actually,
you do.
but that's a really good idea though, because there's that much heat underneath that thing. Reflecting it back up will actually, give instead of trying to heat the center of the earth with it, you're going to heat your tent more. But actually, you
Yeah,
literally could cook underneath it, couldn't you? You could put your jacket potatoes
yeah.
underneath it, and later in the evening, they'll just be ready to. Oh God! I tell you what, I need to go camping. I need to go camping again
And
with the
play.
and
Play with the stuff that
play with my
yeah,
toys.
you see. How many times, Tim, does those connections where I go, and then I go, oh, I've actually got something that do that job for me.
Yeah.
I just never even thought about it.
Yeah. It's well, the garage is full of camping stuff. There had to be something in there that was going to do the right job. Oh, God, Ed, this it was worth dialing in and talking to you tonight. It's
Well, I'm hoping that there are people across the world that are experiencing hot tenting themselves, and we're working out some of their problems that they've kind of experienced because I did see. I'm part of a Facebook group about hot tent camping.
Cool.
I think you are as well. But somebody's like, nearly burnt a hole in the bottom of my tent. Now my new tent doesn't have a bottom to it. There's no ground sheet, so I've got to bring one along. And that was really quite challenging to have a ground sheet that I didn't mind walking in, but we were in snow. So there was like little pools of water all over the place. So I had to have something else that was like, I don't step on this little bit. So I think it was a sheepskin rug. Of course, of course I had a sheepskin rug. But I didn't step on that with me outside boots so that I always had somewhere to stand up when I was inside that wasn't going to make my socks wet and therefore feet cold overnight.
Yeah. It is unusual, that, isn't it? It's for a tent of the size that it is to not have a ground sheet in it at all. It's they tend to be more sort of the like the Lavus and sort of TP tents and things like that, the smaller TP tents that tend to have no ground sheet in them. So it was interesting to see that. But it does, if you haven't got a ground sheet, you haven't got to worry about the heat coming from the bottom of your stove.
Well, that's it. So I didn't use a ground sheet this last weekend because I thought, well, I'm going to get the fire super hot.
Cool.
So I didn't have to worry about it. But I did bring just a little tarp thing for my bed to go on, and so that I can get in and out of bed without putting my feet on the ground.
Putting your little toes on the cold ground.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, it was cold because I didn't have the sheepskin. I was like, why have I not brought the sheepskin?
Oh, my God.
I know. I hear myself, Tim. I hear myself. And I know there's people listening and going, oh, Wade, you've ruined it. But the heart wants what the heart wants.
They're with us on this journey, Ed. They've come this far. They know exactly what we're like.
I mean, I think that's the thing, isn't it? That you kind of, I think, oh my God, what if Joe Robinet or Uncle Ray's listening and they're like, what have we created? Because it is them. They're out there. And I was like, oh, but what happens if you bring a blanket?
Yeah. Hang on, Uncle Ray. I'm not going to weave my own stuff. I've brought this.
I take your nettle kind of thingy me bob and I raise you with steak and vegetables.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not animals, Ray. Uncle Ray, sorry.
Oh God, bless his cotton socks, Uncle Ray. It's
are they cotton? I'm sure they're wool. Homespun wool.
I think it's probably homespun wool from his own chest. It's spun
God, he's
wool.
such a man. Such a man.
He's made socks from the wool from his own chest shavings.
This is appreciation, Uncle Ray. It's appreciation. Okay. It's not denigration, it's appreciation.
It's envy. It's pure envy. The guy is a proper legend.
Yeah, and the thing is that he has inspired this, 15, 20 years ago, I was watching him.
Yeah.
I've been watching YouTube and people out there and stuff. This is my version of my camping. And you know what? We don't point the finger. We don't I don't want to go caravanning, but I appreciate that some people, that's their thing.
Yeah.
And you're all welcome here because it's about getting out there. It's celebrating those things, whether it's hardcore or less hardcore, like me. So
yeah, it's we've said this all along, haven't we? In every season, it's we are casual camping podcast. We really don't mind if you're in an RV, if you're whatever you're doing, if you're in a little tiny Hilleberg tent perched on top of a mountain. Great, absolutely brilliant. Whatever gets you closer to nature and out there, being with like-minded people, enjoying the outdoors. That's all that actually matters, isn't it? We're not picky. We're not a community where we say, oh no, you can only be this, you can only be this. Why have you bought that? That's rubbish. That's not us at all. We've got really cheap equipment. We've got some really expensive equipment, and we like it all, quite frankly, and we don't judge. This is a safe space. Safe space.
We do not judge at all. And this weekend, I have to say a shout out to James, who is in Australia. I gave him a bit of jip because he said he'd send some pictures through to the social group, Facebook chat, or he and he didn't on the day. He was like, "Oh, sorry, I've been out and about. I'll maybe send some pictures tomorrow." I was like, "Boo! I was waiting for them." And then he sent it through today, and oh my god, that guy's hardcore. So well done, James. Thank you for inspiring. You've got a great setup. I wish I had your setup. I look at kind of like the English version of your van, which would probably be like a Robin Reliant with an add-on little kitchen thing. It'll be much, much smaller, but it'd look cool as well. Maybe not as cool as James's setup.
Robin Reliant. Did you? We say we don't.
1970s reference, Tim. Come on.
You said we don't judge. I'm judging. Speaking of social media, I have got a social shout out that came in too late for last season. Came in during the off season. It's from Owen Mapston. Owen As. Owen As.
Owen
As. Owen As.
Owners.
Well, Owners says, thanks, guys, for making my drive to work a little less shit. Short but sweet, to the point. Thank you, sir.
Well, so I've got one that you sent me from TRG Daddy or Trad Dad, whatever. You two gentlemen rock. There's no way not to smile while listening to the latest episode. Thank you for all your work. We salute you, my friend, and thank you for taking the time to write in. You too can be mentioned by us. We are cheap. We will mention anybody that wants to mention us. So
you can contact us by either the first link in the show notes for what you're listening right now is a link to send us some fan mail. Include your name in that because it doesn't come through. Or you can contact us, just send us a direct message on any of our socials and leave us a 5-star mediocre review. And we will read it out here live. And you too could be semi-famous.
Yeah. Wait on a second. I've got another one. I found another one because you sent me a few. Luke Gent. Hopefully, nothing.
Yes. Let's hope we don't get any of those comedy names, like Bend Over.
Oh man, the mind boggles. And this was from a couple of after we'd closed the show. So it has a Merry Christmas to you both. And thank you for the campaign, insights and entertainment throughout the year. 5 stars. This year you've even convinced some non-campers to join in. I hope you two have a special Christmas. So thank you, Luke Gent. Cheers.
Yeah.
I know we appreciated that. We shared it between us and you gave us a little bit of joy. So thank you.
I think we need to call him George. We need to call him George because he's Lucas. So it'd be George Lucas. I know it's a bit of a stretch.
No, do it.
Star Wars fan. That's got to be George. So thank you, George. What are we doing this year, Ed? Shall I run through some of the stuff that we've got planned? Because it's an exciting year.
There is stuff.
There is stuff.
Yes.
We've already got a list of shows early on this year that we're already planning to go to. Some of which you can't come to because it's trade stuff. But
But we will be your eyes, ears
yes,
of those.
we
We
will.
will share what we see.
We will put.
Sorry,
We will play with all of those toys.
we will. We'll maybe even have a drink or two in the social gatherings.
Hey.
No, don't thank us. I know it's a stretch, but we'll do it.
Yeah, no rum though. No rum this year. Season 4 has to be a no rum zone.
Tim, hopefully the rest of your life, however short that might be, there's a no rum zone. Apart from if a doctor says, we've tried everything, maybe give him rum.
He's alive.
He's alive with attitude.
Yeah. Me on rum is like if anybody watches Futurama, it's like I become Bender. Yeah, it is. I am Bender from Futurama when I have rum. It's not a good thing. It's really not. It's really not. Oh my God. Oh dear. So going back to some of the shows, so we're going to the camping and caravan show at the NEC, which is in just a few weeks' time, and you can come and see us there because we'll be wandering around looking at all the amazing stuff. We've got the National Outdoor Expo, which is coming up shortly after that. Then we've got something called the Outdoor and Social, which is a trade event, but I'm so super excited for that. It's a week-long, super amazing trade show that
that's
at.
Yeah, that's up in Edale again.
It's up in Edale again.
And that's an event just for training for retail staff. And you know what? There's a reason why you go and ask questions for retail staff in those shops that are near you. They're experts. They get trained. So
yeah, they get trained.
We'll be reporting on that.
They get trained in the field with the actual equipment that you're asking them about. So that's we're really excited that we've been invited to go to that and be there for the whole week. We got the Outdoor Trade Show back in Liverpool, which is just one of the most exciting shows of the year for us. It's all the new kit. The public can't go, and we're staying over this year, Ade. We're drinking.
Lock up your daughters.
Yeah, they're not going to let us back next year.
Let's go out with a bang, Tim. Sod it.
God.
Let's do some rum shots.
No.
Rum shots. Send Tim in.
Oh God! If they need, if there's all sorts of stuff happening on Greenland, I might get deployed. Tim and a barrel of rum.
Oh, Tim.
Oh God. Yeah. And then, I mean, this is only taking us to May. But then we are going back to the Bushcraft show this year. It's which we missed it last year because I unfortunately had an important birthday, but we are going back to the Bushcraft show this year, and we've got some exciting stuff that we'll tell you later in the year about what we're doing with that. But it's going to be amazing, isn't it, Ade?
Yeah, and. I know that not everybody is winter camping. I know that, that it's early in the season for a lot of you. Our show starts early because people are missing it. People start to think about what they're doing this year. You've got to start booking up. Those sites need your business.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go? Where have you visited that you want to go back to? I'm going back to Tide Park this year. I've booked up quite a few holidays because, the winter season does make you think about those beautiful sunny evenings that are wonderful. I love the winter season. I love my hot tenting, but I also do like the sun. And they're all there to come on this journey with us, and we will hopefully make you laugh and think about what you're doing. But we're also here to learn as well. So send us in your questions and any mediocre 5-star reviews.
Absolutely. We are here to whet your appetite. That's the main thing. That is the main thing. Let's run out of power. Well, I am plugged in.
Tim.
No, there you go. I fixed it. I'm the tech guy. I'm the tech guy.
Is that pacemaker not plugged in yet?
Ow! Ow!
Well, you said I'm about to run out of power. I was like,
how many is Tim Nearly Dead jokes can you fit into one episode?
Honestly, I was like thinking about it, and all day today I was like, right, what we're talking about tonight and stuff, and I just kept on coming back to that comedy basic of, right, what's the health crisis that's going to happen? I mean, like, I'll probably fall down dead or something, but
Oh, sorry, I laughed too hard at that one.
Oh dear. But yes, sorry about that.
No, it's all right. I think this is a perfect opportunity to say welcome back, everybody. It's great to be back this season, and it's just going to be an absolute scream. Hopefully, this episode has whetted your appetite and got you laughing along and thinking about going camping.
Yeah, or nominating a show for the Emmys.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. God, Eddie, it's like you're on point. You took us all the way back to the start. I mean, wow.
I know.
Oh my God, you're like a storyteller. What was that thing from when you were kids? I am a storyteller.
Storyteller, and this story should be told.
With his lute. Oh God! Should we go to the first minute mindfulness of season 4?
Yeah, that sounds brilliant.
Welcome to the Casual Camping Minute Mindfulness. Let the sounds of nature take you back to the camping field.
Well, if we haven't whetted your appetite to get back out into nature, hopefully that does, and gets you thinking about going out there and sitting around the campfire and toasting your toes and eating some nice food and drinking some beers and having a laugh with your mates.
Yeah, because we know not everybody wants to do winter camping. We know it is a bit of a stretch for an awful lot. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch for us sometimes, isn't it? Where you go, ooh, packing up a wet tent or anything. But
yeah,
Owen sent a picture to the socials. He couldn't get out this last weekend, so just had a fire in the garden. I was like, brilliant.
Yeah, and that, I've got a fire pit area in the garden. That's what it's there for. If you really can't get anywhere and you just want to sit in the garden with a couple of beers and burn stuff and have a bit of a chat and look into the flames, you know what? It's perfect for it. So, it's a nice thing to do, isn't it? It is a nice thing to do. So
it really is.
So we are now back live. It's February. Can you believe it's February already? We will be putting out an episode every week all the way up until December. and we've got a load of guests, a load of great stuff to talk about, and as usual, most episodes will be filled with complete nonsense that we didn't know we were going to talk about in the first place.
I've enjoyed it, Tim. I've been Ade.
I've enjoyed it too. I've been Tim. Bye-bye.
Casual Camping Podcast accepts no liability and does not officially recommend any products or endorse any techniques discussed in an individual podcast episode or shown on Casual Camping Podcast social media accounts. Individuals should make their own informed decision and risk assessment of any products or advice prior to any purchase or use.